Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Samuel, and today I want to talk about should teenagers get a job? More or less, should high schoolers get a job? Um, this was something that I had like a project in English to discuss. So I was thinking this morning. I had no video idea. I got to record this. I got, I got to record this early, get it all edited and stuff, and then wrap it up by 6, which is the time that I'm uploading. So I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? And then I realized I just did an English project about should teenagers slash high schoolers slash college should teenagers go to, should teenagers get a job or a part time job. And I was thinking that's a good idea to discuss. So yeah, let's get it. So what's my opinion about it? Well, the simple thing is I think they should. I I think they should. Will I get a job? Yes and no. The only reason why I wouldn't get a job is basketball. I wouldn't get it and have it during the season, especially if I got school, because I'll already have basketball plus school, and I don't want to be having nights where I only get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and then gotta wake up in the morning early to get ready for school. So it's like that would be a risky option. But like in the off season during school, or maybe in the summer, yeah, I'll definitely be considering that option next this summer. I'll be considering that option, getting like a part time job in the summer. But that's but if you're not doing like a sport, like you're just chilling out and you don't got like and you're not doing like a sport or an activity after school activity, then yeah, 100% you should be in a job. Huh, like by the time you're 14, at, by the time like you're 15, like that's when you start getting a job, and that's kind of the thing that I kind of want the like that's my opinion. Like I don't really have much to say on this topic because yeah, we're barely 3 minutes in. Dang, I thought this would last an episode, but I guess not. But like if and it gets like getting a job when you're like young, like 15, 14, 15, 16 years old, that's gonna help you, especially after college, or if you don't go to college and you just want to work in a normal job but you don't want to go to college, that's gonna get you experience. Like that really does get you experience. It's like but that really does get you the experience you need to actually work, and it shows how to be responsible, how to manage a timetable, a schedule, all that. And that will help you in the long run, especially through your adult years. Your when you're an adult. So yeah. Uh and another thing about getting a job when you're young, it also helps you know how to manage like your money and stuff, and it also helps you get money when you're young, because when you start getting money when you're young, you start building up that money, you start saving it up. Then if you do go to college, you got I don't know, matters upon the job, but if you work 3 or 4 years before, like if you start at the age of 15, you graduate at I don't know 17, 18. That's what that's what 2 3 years of working a part time job. That's probably what minimum wage. So it's like I don't know, $4 or $5 an hour. I think you're doing that part time. You're probably doing that X amount of months. Say you're doing it in the summer, and say you're just working a part time job full year round, and you're making like $4 or $5 an hour. You working part time, and you're doing it like the entire year. Like if you do, I don't think you'll be able. And you're doing it like part time, and you're doing say you're doing say 3 4 hours a day. That's $15 a day if you work. I don't know what the minimum wage is, but it's like I think like $4. I don't know what the actual, but let's just say you're making $5 an hour. $5 an hour times 15 times $5 an hour, and you're working for 5 hours. That's $25 an hour. Then you do that times seven, you're making $175 per week. Times that by 52, and you're making $9,000 a year off of that. I think that's kind of high, but you're going to be making good money. And times that by three, you're doing that for two. You're doing it from the age of 15 to 17 till you graduate. Let's say 3 years, because let's say if you start at 14 and you end at 18 and you end at 17. You do your whole high school career, so 4 years. You're making $36,000 a year. You're making between 27 to $36,000 a year. That might be high, but that might be able to pay for college tuition. I don't know what the average cost, but that's going to be costing a lot of money, especially if you keep your job or you find enough. Like, for example, you go to like a school that's local and you find it and you keep your job. You keep your job and keep working, or if you have to move like out of state for college and you find a job there, you'll be still be able to make money while you're still like college, and you're going to get the experience. Like you're going to get the pay, you're going to get the money, you're going to get the experience, you're going to get the you're going to get the experience, you're going to get the money, and you're also going to know how to work a job when you are older, when you are a few years older after you graduate college. Or if you're just making money so you can say if it, and you can get another job and you're not even going to college. Like you're just going and you're going to find another job. You're going to have the experience. You're going to know what to do. And for recommendation jobs, especially, I feel like recommendations for jobs for like a high schooler is like a restaurant. Like a restaurant, because it kind of I don't know how it works. I kind of don't have any people who know how to work a job. I don't know, but I think it would be like if you're working at a restaurant, you're going to kind of know how to do the things, like know how to cook stuff, know how to cook stuff. I would think, I will hope so. I would at least hope you'll know how to cook after you work at a fast food place or a restaurant. You at least know how to cook somehow, or at least know how to cook good food, especially if you, especially. Oh, okay. So, what is the benefit of getting a job? I would say it gets you experience. It gets you. money so you can pay for college, and even money if you don't want to go to college. So I would recommend it. It might, especially if you don't have like a schedule where you have busy things. Like if you're not doing an after school activity, then why are you, if you're a high schooler and you don't do after school activities, then why don't you have a job? Like if you're not doing any sports after school activities or anything like that, then then just get yourself a job. Just get yourself a job. And even if you do have like after school activities, like for example, for me, if I'm going to get a job, which I probably want to and will, it's most likely going to be just a summer job, just so I could get some extra cash in the summer, and that wouldn't really affect my schedule because I don't really. Not right now. I don't have like a schedule, but it's like the most I can possibly do in the summer is just play basketball, go to the gym and play basketball, which I kind of do need to do that, but it's not like it's gonna be like, oh, I got school, I got school. Like the most I gotta do is record videos and play basketball, and record maybe have an event. That's it, and it's not gonna. And even then, I would just work like a normal job. Like I would just work at like a restaurant if I have to for like 3 4 months in the summer, just so I can get the experience and get a little bit of money. That's kind of it. Like that's kind of it. So what what do I say about should teenagers and high school should teenagers get a job? Uh, yes, I recommend it. If you are playing a sport and you are playing a sport or have an after school activity, I would recommend either having it in the summer or have it where it was just where you can work at night, but you also will have enough time to do any schoolwork. But if you don't do a sport or an after school activity, then you then then you have to get a part time job after school, like an after school job. That's really all I have to say about this. I'm going to go into a different thing. This was I, I kind of thought this was gonna be a lot shorter than it is. Like it did seem short, but since it's going since today is March 12th, and I think yeah, yesterday was the 2 year anniversary of the pandemic starting. So I want to talk about how I got injured right before the pandemic. I know that's crazy. So I was just chilling in class. I kind of wasn't chilling. I think it was like right before English. I think English because yeah, English because and you know the things on on the doors where it's like most people the things on the door or on the top of the doors like a lot of people kind of just want to jump up there and touch it. Well, I went up and I went up. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I did it like you know when an NBA player goes up, fakes one way, goes down, and scores a layup. I guess I did that, and I guess I landed on either somebody's foot or landed on my own foot. I probably just landed on my own foot and kind of tweaked it a little bit, and I felt it for a little bit, but the pain went away a little bit. It went a bit. It went away. I continued to just chill, but I think I think it was like I don't know. I think there was like nine periods, but by the time I got to math, which was like later in the day, it was pain. Like not, I don't think it was too bad in math, but it just definitely felt like when I was walking, it just definitely did not feel right. Like it did not feel right, and it was feeling pain. Like I like this is from art to math was like not that far, so it's like it wasn't like I was walking, feeling like I was walking for miles, but it just felt more like, and I just and by the time like the middle of art, like I couldn't walk, I could not walk, and guess what? I went to the nurse's office being carried off, kind of. And and guess who? And I went to the nurse's office. I didn't get an X-ray or anything. I just thought it would feel alright. I thought I would just go through the rest of the day. And I went back to art, and I made the the limp to science, and I think the teacher noticed that I was like limping a little bit, like not really like it was a massive limp, like it hurt bad, like it really did hurt bad. So like it was really bad. Like it felt like I was walking on one leg. It was kind of because I was like, but you'll find out. But I so they let me out like I think like 5 minutes early. Guess what? I couldn't even make it past. I couldn't even make it to the office. Like I tried walking, I just couldn't walk, and I don't know that I just didn't know. I just tried to walk on it, but I just didn't know how, and I probably should have tried to just like go on my I because it was my right leg. I should just tried to go on my left and not put any pressure on my right right leg and just hop it off. Like just try to hop it off, but I didn't know how to do it. I never dealt with an injury before, especially an injury that hurt so bad that I couldn't even walk, that that I couldn't even stand on. Hmm, I couldn't even like walk or anything. Like I literally couldn't move. So I was originally just going to walk to the bus, but I just decided, well, I had to give up at one point, and I went to the nurse's office, which was right by the office, which was a pain because if I just felt a bit better, I would have just said, I would have just decided to just go on the bus, head home, tell here's my leg hurts, hurts. My parents know that I'm in serious pain, that I'm like in pain, and just go with the thing. But it was just that bad that I couldn't even like the buses are like like it seemed like just in like a normal walk, it seemed short. But in pain, oh, that thing felt like miles. It felt like I was walking from miles. Like it felt like I was walking from miles, bro. Like it felt miles. Like it really felt like I was walking for miles. Like I was walking by myself for miles, but it just felt horrible. So I went to the nurses. I think I got like some ice. I don't know. They didn't have like I don't think they had X-rays at the school because it's a middle school. But parents get cool. Hey, I'm recording a video. Um, I, I'll get in a minute. Mhm. Okay. And parents got called. I actually had to be delivered to the car by a wheelchair, which kind of shows how bad it was, or just how painful it was. It wasn't like it wasn't as bad as like if it was like it wasn't as bad as like the pain. It definitely felt like it was a sprain, and I thought it was like the ankle or something like that. But like no, when I got to the doctors, I found out that one of my bones near, I think the bone near my small toe on my right foot was, I sprained it, and that real and and they were like they were checking to see if it was either a sprain or a broken foot. It was a sprain or it was broken. Luckily, it was just a sprain, but I had to be on crutches for a week, and that happened on a Wednesday. There was a basketball party that next day on the Thursday. I missed school, but I didn't miss the party. Like I missed school, but I came when school was ending and went into the basketball party. I felt so bad because I was like, if I didn't make that stupid move, I didn't think that, but now if I just didn't make one move, if I just if I just went into class like normal, if I just sat down and wasn't jumping around like I was on the court, I could have just been hooping with my friends again, hooping. But no, I decided to jump, spray in the ball in my toe. Now I got one punch in envy while I'm sitting on gotta sit and watch my friends play basketball. Yeah, and that next Friday was the first day since I got the injury where I went back to school, and I made an appearance where I just decided I have no shame. I don't care about this. I just gonna walk. I attempted to walk, but damn it, but the staff just told me to be on the crutches. I was like, I don't like. I just want to feel normal. I want to feel normal because I knew this wasn't normal. I did not like being on crutches. Like I'm sorry, I just did not like this. My speed was slow. I had I had to be let out of class early, which is kind of nice, but it's like yeah, you're getting let out of class because you made a stupid move. Like it, it was kind of funny. But guess what? But guess what? That Friday, where I was walking around on crutches and attempting to walk it off, attempting to walk, was the last day I will ever be in that school. Technically, kind of not. I was kind of in the school a couple times, and just so like photos and to get and to pick up the stuff that the school gave me for graduating. But that was the last time I will be in person school for the next 2 years. Not technically 2 years, but almost 2 years. For almost 2 years. For almost 2 years. Yes, I am not joking. I got injured just 2 days before the school was got shut down and, and were put to remote learning. If I was just a week earlier, I would have just spent the last 2 days of the week uninjured, chilling. But that's just luck. Not really luck. It's just fate. Not fate. It's just happened. It just happened that I got I sprained a bone in my toe, which was 2 days, the day before a basketball party, and then the day that I actually went to school. And then the next day after the basketball party was the last day I ever went to school who in person. For was the last day I went into in person school for almost 2 years. Yeah, I have. I know that sounds horrible. That sounds like a great way to end off your middle school, your in-person school. Your I don't know your middle school career. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Ending it off by walking off in crutches. By going on crutches. What a great way to end off middle school. Uneventfully shorter than normal. Ha ha ha. Also that in I also was in Zoom classes dunking around like I didn't get injured the previous year. Dunking around in Zoom class just shooting a bunch of three, jumping and jumping around in my room during Zoom classes like I didn't just get injured for jumping around. Uh, Middle school was just a crazy time, man. I have two stories from middle school on this channel now, and I don't even have. And that was only what 1 and 3 quarters of a year. Not even 3 quarters. It was like 2.5 quarters. It was like one. It was like 1 and 2 quarters years of middle school. We didn't even get through the third quarter. Oh my goodness, bro. Thi- bro, bro, this is just too funny. Like, like how? Like it's just too funny. Like it's not funny when you think about it, but it's like it's ironic that I got injured right before quarantine. Like it's kind of hilarious when you think about it, but it's like wow. And we thought it was just going to be 2 weeks. I was like, okay, when I come back to school, I'm going to be fully healthy. I'll be fully healthy. I never had that chance to come back to school and be fully healthy. I never did. That was the last time I ever saw on my classmates. I really, yeah. The last time I seen, the last time I ever seen any of my classmates, my teachers, the I don't know, the school staff that supported me and my business, kind of forever. Not really forever, but I did see a couple of school members when I returned for I think pictures and to pick up the stuff from the school, and also there was the little parade thing. So that's technically not the end, but it's like it's kind of more. We're willing to say that was probably the last, like it was the last school day of the whole year, and I spent that day injured. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a great way to end off middle school. Oh my god, I feel bad for the people who are in the who are in the class of 2020, or even the class of 2021, because bro, if you whatever sport you're in, no matter if it's basketball, football, kind of football, it's just any sport that went through March, either got cut off short, and I feel bad for the class of 2021 and class of 2020 and 2021 because they didn't have a prom. They didn't. They did not have no prom. They couldn't because they were quarantined. That sucks. That does suck. That really does. It really does. Cause I could kind of feel, uh, even though there were probably wasn't gonna be no prom for middle school. Absolutely wasn't. But I can kind of feel your pain because you did end off your high school career the best way. Kind of like I did end off my middle school career the best way. But you get the point. It didn't end off great. I know, but it's gonna get better because the next level is gonna be a little bit better. Yeah. I hope you guys liked this video. Subscribe if you're new. Social media links are in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye. I'm out.